Okay. I have promised you that I'll be completing the chapters from beginning. Actually, I'll do a revision, reminding the sessions that we have done from the beginning. Now time has come to do that. Actually, in this phase, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you, or I'm going to explain the things again from the beginning. But so basically, I'll use the fast track. I'll do this in the fast track, right? Okay, the first thing is preparation of computer specification. Let's move to that topic quickly and quickly discuss what we have discussed already. Here in this lesson, basically the computers and peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means the devices which are connected to the computer externally. Actually, we can simply tell that peripheral devices equal to input devices plus output devices plus secondary storage devices. Peripheral means input devices, output plus secondary storage. Whatever the devices connected to the computer separately are called peripheral. Input, output, and secondary storage. Input is trying to give something in, and output is taking things out. And why secondary storage? Because secondary storage is also giving things or instruction to the computer or data to the computer. That's why secondary is also taken. But memory is not peripheral, and processing devices are not peripheral. Motherboard is not peripheral. The casing and this power unit, these are not peripheral. Right. Okay. These devices, how we select devices, that is very important. Right. When you buy a new computer, when you purchase a new computer, or when you use a computer, when you want to maintain the computer, you need to know about these peripherals because it's very important. Actually, so one important thing is when you want to buy a new computer, you have to understand your role. So some are programmers. Some are programmers. Actually, what they are doing, so they are writing codes. They are writing instructions to the computer. They are creating programs by writing codes. So these programmers are, or these coding fellows, coding people need to consider about a machine which can be easily used for coding. Actually, I was there as a software engineer way back in 2007-8 time. Actually, that time, so we were given mainly Linux-based computers for programming, because mostly we were doing programming in open source environment. So we were given Linux machines to programs for programming, Linux based laptops actually that time. And mostly it's laptops because it's movable. So since we were programmers, we want to move from one place to another place for some code bugs and all. Sometimes we were doing work at home, we were doing coding at home. So need to move that to our home environment too. So that time we were given laptops, right? So then network administrators. Network administrators are actually those people are handling networks. Actually, they need to, sometimes if they need a training related to that, mostly they are using servers, workstations, and network related computers for their usage. System analysts, they are basically designing the systems and they are using general computers, because analysts, they are doing the planning phase. So no need to use high-end machine. The planning phase, you can use a simple machine. So maybe because it's also portable machine, because you want to move from one place to another place. Analyst is moving from analyst කෙනෙක් නම් එයා එක තැනකින් දැන් කම්පැනි එකට එහෙම ගිහිල්ලා විස්තර හොයන්න වෙනවා එයාට. ඉන්න තැනින් customer ඉන්න තැනට ගිහිල්ලා, therefore they are also using laptops maybe. But network administrators, ඒගොල්ලෝ laptops පාවිච්චි කරන්නත් පුළුවන් network troubleshooting වලට. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ තැනින් තැනට යනවනේ. එහෙනම් trouble shooting වලට යාලා laptop එකකුත් අරන් යනවා සමහර වෙලාවට. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඒගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ servers. මොකද මුළු network එකම handle කරන්න ඕන හින්දා. Software engineers, as I said. So I explain about the software engineer role too. And computer application assistant. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ වැටෙන්නේ මේ category එකට. Application assistant category එක වගේ තමයි. You are general users basically. ඒ ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ application පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන software එක තිබ්බනම් ඇති. You need the software to use that application. So you are happy with that. Web developers, they want to develop websites and they are happy with maybe laptops or computers which are supporting web development. Okay, I want to ask a small question from you also. මටත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගෙන් පොඩි question එකක් අහන්න තියෙනවා. So how many of you are using laptops? කී දෙනෙක් laptop පාවිච්චි කරනවද? How many of you are using laptop? Can you raise your hand? Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Oh, 7 of you are using laptops. 8. How many of you are using desktops? Desktop, you can lower the hand. The laptop people can lower the hand. Desktop. 1 2. Only 2. Oh, only 2 are using desktops. Right. So that is the situation. But I expect actually totally the inverse. I thought that most are using desktops and some are using laptops. So why you are using laptops? So what is the specialty? Do you want to move this from one place to another place due to signal issues? එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක්ද? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එක තැනක ඉඳන් තව තැනකට නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලැප්ටොප් එක ඉස්කෝලේත් ගෙනියනවා, ක්ලාස් එකටත් ගෙනියනවා, කාමර වලටත් ගෙනියනවා, සමහර සිග්නල් නැතිකොට වෙන ගෙවල් වලටත් ගෙනියනවා එහෙමද? Is it? So how many of you, okay, tell me how many of you are moving the laptops from one place to place? Time to time you are moving the laptop from place to place. Please raise your hand. How many of you are doing that? Time to time you are moving the laptop from place to place. එක තැන් වලට අරන් යනවා. Okay, I can see only 5. Yes, 5 are moving. For that you need laptop. 6 are doing that. For that you need laptops. 7 all are doing now. Right? Okay, great. So if you want to move from one place to another place, yes, you need laptop. Maybe ඒක මෙහෙම වෙන්න සමහරට. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දවසේම online class නේ. එතකොට ඔයාලට කන්න ඕන නාම you will move to the maybe lunch room or kitchen with the laptop. And while eating you can listen to the lesson නේද? එහෙම වෙන්න ඇති. මම හිතනවා එහෙම වෙන්න ඇති. අය signal නැතිකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් සමහරට ඔන්න එළියට ගිහිල්ලා signals තියනවාද කියලා බලනවා. laptop එක wifi තියෙනවා, you can just move and okay, one reason maybe you need continuous power. නේද? එහෙම වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. අර කරන්ට් එක යනකොට සමහරට desktop එකක් තිබ්බොත් කරදරයි කියලා. But actually you can use a UPS නේද? desktop එකට UPS එකක් දාගන්න පුළුවන්. අපි හිතමු රුපියල් ලක්ෂයක් දීලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ laptop එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා කියලා. ඒ ලක්ෂයක් දීලා ගන්න laptop එක වගේ 3 ගුණයක් විතර හොඳ computer එකක්, desktop එකක්, performance on the computer එකක් ඔයාලට ලක්ෂයට ගන්න පුළුවන්. So that is the advantage, right? You are missing that advantage, seems, right? Because for education purpose, I think the desktop is the best. Why? මොනවා හරි වෙලා RAM එක damage වුණා. Lap එක ගලවලා ඔක RAM එක change කරන්න දන්නේ කී දෙනෙක්ද? How many of you know how to remove the cover of the laptop and change the RAM? Raise your hand. How many of you know how to Inuka knows, Minul knows, Lanidu knows? Okay, only 3. Only 3 knows how to remove the cover and change the. Or how many of you know how to put operating system by changing the hard disk of laptop? Lanidu knows that. Okay, good. Only Lanidu to change that. So you can see the situation. But if you take a desktop, it's very easy to do that. Just remove the casing. Only 2 minutes, 1 minute work, right? Remove the casing is 1 minute work. එක තප්පරෙන් casing එක ගලවන්න පුළුවන්. And remove the so එක තප්පරෙන් නම් බැරි විනාඩියක් ඇතුළත පුළුවන්. එතකොට to remove this what do you call remove the RAM, again you will take 1 minute. To replace the RAM, if you have the RAM, to replace that, again 1 minute. Within 3 minutes the work is done. If you want to increase the hard disk එක වැඩි කරන්න, no need to remove the hard disk. You can plug another hard disk. තව hard disk එකක් දාලා you can just turn on the machine. That will also take 3 minutes. So that is the advantage of having a desktop. It is having higher performance. එකම මුදලට වැඩි performing computer එකක් ගන්න. You know that? You know what? Actually, I bought a laptop 5 years ago. This laptop I got this 5 years ago. Right? The reason was I was working as a manager and I was working as a lecturer also. At that time, I wanted to move from one place to another place because lecture room to room I have to move. When I was doing lectures කරනකොට එක room එකට මාරු වෙන්න. Then I need a laptop, obviously. And for management also, I wanted to move from location to location. One time I was working in Bangladesh, another time in Colombo, another time in Kandy, another time in Gampaha. another time in gold, different regions. So I wanted to move as a manager. So therefore, laptop was the ideal solution to me. And while moving also, so it was possible to use the laptop. Actually, I bought MacBook Air. The reason is not because of the beautiful outlook. I bought MacBook Air because it is lightweight. It is less than, I think, less than 2 kg, less than 2 kilograms. Easily, I can move from one place to another place. Actually, that was the reason why I use a MacBook Air. That was the reason why I use MacBook Air, because it's very easy to move. It's very easy to bring, actually move from one location to another location. And it has high battery capacity also, because without plugging into a power source, it is possible to use that for few hours. Right? It was possible to use that. And that is also another advantage. I think.
Sir, is it the 2011 one?
No, I bought 2015. I think, yeah, 2015, because 5 years back, no? 2015. So let me check about this Mac. And it's, you can see, yes, it is early 2015, just 5 years ago. So still I'm using that because it's a mobile portable because of that. But actually for my editing work, my graphic editing work, so if I just turn this side, you can see. Oh, sorry. Okay, maybe I'm not sure whether you can see. There's a desktop, so there are some more garbages there, so don't think about that much. But basically for editing work, I'm using a desktop because it is the best. It's having higher performance, good storage capacity, right? Higher performance, good storage capacity. Therefore, it's easy to use desktop for editing work. ඒ වගේ ඔයාගේ ටාස්ක් එක අනුව තමයි ඔයාගේ සිලෙක්ෂන් එක වෙන්න ඕනේ. දැන් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ වැඩේට ඔයාලා ඩෙස්ක්ටොප් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕගොල්ලන්ට ගොඩාක් වැඩ කරන්න ගොඩාක් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඕක ගලවන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. පාර්ට්ස් මාරු කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ලේසියෙන් ඔයාලට හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්, අප්ඩේට් කරන්න පුළුවන්, RAM එකක් උනත් වැඩි කර ගන්න පුළුවන්. වැඩ ගොඩක් ඔයාලට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක තමයි මම කියන්නේ education purpose the desktop is the best. The second option is laptop. Laptop lazy. හැබැයි laptop එකෙන් ගොඩක් ඉගෙන ගන්න බෑ. ඒක මාරු කරන්න ඔයාලා ඉගෙන ගන්නේ නැහැ. RAM එකක් මාරු කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්නෙත් නැහැ. hard එකක් මාරු කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්නෙත් නැහැ. So therefore laptop is like it's the second solution, right? But the first solution is, the best solution is desktop. Okay, so don't be upset about that. So that is the recommended solution, right? So you can think of that in the next time when you buy something, because if you spend like 200,000 or 100,000 to buy a laptop computer, for the same price you can buy a desktop computer for less amount. Actually nowadays I'm searching for another machine for another machine. Actually I want to update, or I want to change my machine because I have taken this machine like 10 years ago, and I was searching for solutions, and I got two solutions. Let me show that. That is really important. Let me show that. And one guy was suggesting me two solutions. One was this one. The first solution that he was suggesting is this one. I said no, because I don't want to play games. The first solution was gaming PC. You can see the cost. These machines are really, really expensive. Ultimate gaming PC, it is 813,000. So this is another gaming PC. This is 765. So even some are more than 1 million. Right? Let's see the features of this machine. This is 425,000. This is 315,000. Let's see the features of this machine now. Right? You can see basically it's a Dell G5, and it is having 8 megabyte, 16 megabyte cache, and it is 2.9 gigahertz to 4.8 gigahertz boostable, 16 GB RAM, and RAM speed is 2600 megahertz. I'll explain this. RAM speed is 2600 megahertz, and it's having 256 GB separate VGA, sorry, 256 GB NVMe, solid SSD and 1 TB hard disk. 256 GB SSD එකකුත් තියෙනවා 1 TB hard disk එකකුත් තවත් තියෙනවා. එහෙම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට VGA එකේ තියෙනවා 8 GB GDDR6 එකක්. So then you can see some other features. So these are the features, and the price is 315,000 for that machine. If you buy a laptop for 300,000 or 315,000, you cannot get this performance. So let's go and search a laptop. I'm not sure whether this site is up or down. Yes, it's working. If you search laptop for 300,000, okay, this is, let me search a laptop for 300,000, same amount, same price. Okay, this laptop, you can see it is 300,000. If you go there, this is 350,000. You can see it's having 16 GB DDR4 on board and 512 GB SSD, Windows 10 Home, i7, and that's it. Right, that's it. So here this is having these features, but similar to that, there's another machine, the similar less than that. So it is possible to go for 8-core machine, i7 8-core machine, and more features, more VGA, more graphics. Okay, this is about gaming now. හරි ගේමින් අමතක කරන්නකෝ. ගේමින් නෙමෙයි මට ඕන ගේමින් ගේම් ගහන්න නෙමෙයි. මට ඇත්තටම කම්පියුටර් එකක් ඕන උනේ graphic edit කරන්න, graphic designing, 3D animation ඒවට ඕන උනේ. So I said that no to this computer even. So then there's another link actually. This is for the workstations. Okay, then on මම 300,000 වලට workstation එකක් ගන්න යනවා. Think about the workstation now. The workstation, it is out of stock, but let me tell, this is 32 GB RAM. And you can see the speed 3000, then 345 hari 32 GB RAM එක 3200 MHz laptop එක 16 GB DDR4 එකේ speed එකක් දාලා නැහැ. I can swipe, but definitely it should be less than that. ඊට පස්සේ මේක 2 TB hard disk එකක් එනවා මෙතන මට හම් වෙන්නේ 1 TB එකක් මෙතන ඇවිල්ලා මෙතන 512 GB මේකේ SSD එකක් හම් වෙනවා, but වෙනම terabyte hard disk එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ other than this SSD. And you can see NVMe RAM of 500 GB SSD. There's a 500 GB SSD also. Hard එකට 2 TB hard එකට අමතරව 500 GB SSD එකකුත් එනවා. And you can see okay, the machine is AMD Ryzen 7 4.4 GHz, 8 cores, 16 threads, 5 GB VGA, separate VGA, right? For the same price, I can buy a better machine with that. Okay, now actually what I was telling, these are called specifications. Then මම මේ කිව්වේ මොනවද කියලා සමහරට තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව ඇතින් සමහර අයට. දැන් ඔය වගේ hardware දන්න කෙනෙකුට නම් දැන් විශේෂයෙන්ම boysලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැති මම මේ මොකක්ද කිව්වේ කියලා. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ hardware දන්නේ නැත්තම් සමහරට ගොඩක් ඒවා ස්ටඩි කරලා නැත්තම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලනවා මේ මොනවාද මේ කිව්වේ මේ RAM කිව්වා SSD කිව්වා මොනවාද මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කම්පියුටර් වල තෝවා තියෙනවා. So these are all specifications. So when you purchase a new machine, you want to see, so whether you want to design it, you want to access internet. So, okay, let's say you want to access internet and you want to do office work, just MS Office. You don't need the 300,000 machine. You can buy a desktop for 30,000 maybe. 30,000ට computers තියෙනවා. ඔයාට ඕන internet access කරන්න විතරක් නම් prepare documents. මේ දෙක විතරක් නම් ඔයා කරන්න ඔයාගේ computer එකේ ගොඩක් වෙලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ ඒවනේ. Document prepare කරන්නයි internet access කරන්නයි. So 30,000, spending 30,000 and you can get a happy service with 30,000. That's enough. But if you want to play computer games, then you have to increase the performance of the machine. If you're editing audio video, then again you need better performance. Graphic designing, some more performance. Okay, let's see how you are using computers. Now I just explained about the workstations. Workstations mean powerful machines developed for working. Desktop is also a solution. That is also a good thing. All-in-one PCs. All-in-one PCs, what are they? So let's say this is all-in-one PC, iMac, but a little bit expensive. iMac is a all-in-one PC. ඔක්කොම එකට තියෙන්නේ. Monitor එකේම තමයි system motherboard එකයි ඔක්කොම ටික තියෙන්නේ. Right, iMac එකේ let's say iMac back panel, like iMac ports. මේකේ ports තියෙන්නේ back panel එකේ පිටිපස්සේ. monitor එකේම පිටිපස්සේ තමයි අර TV එකක් වගේ. TV එකක වගේ පිටිපස්සේ තමයි මේකේ තියෙන්නේ ports. එතකොට iMac එකේ motherboard එක බැලුවොත් ඒක තියෙන්නේ monitor එකේම තමයි. right, monitor එකේම පිටිපස්සේ තමයි motherboard එක තියෙන්නේ. මෙතන පේන මේ තියෙන්නේ.
Sir, are you using macOS Big Sur?
Yeah, I'm using Big Sur. So මේ තියෙන iMac එකේ monitor එකේම පිටිපස්සේ තමයි මේ motherboard එක තියෙන්නේ. Everything that is called all-in-one PC. එතකොට ඔයිට වැඩි ගණන් අඩු එකකුත් තියෙනවාට ගන්න පුළුවන් EVIS කියලා ලංකාවේ කම්පැනියක් හදන all-in-one එකක්. ඒකත් මේ වගේ look එකක් තියෙනවා. එච්චර performance එච්චර ගොඩාක් නැහැ. But this is also all-in-one PC. Yeah. This is built in Sri Lanka, similar to the iMac. This is also all-in-one PC built in Sri Lanka. So this is not much expensive, less than 100,000. So closer to 60,000, 70,000 maybe. This is a good solution if you want to buy. This is all-in-one PC. Why all-in-one PCs? All-in-one PCs are useful when you want to save the space. ඉඩ ඉතිරි කරගන්න ඕන. දැන් laptop එකක් ඔයාට ඕන නැහැ කියමුකෝ. laptop එකක් ඕන තැනින් තැනට අරන් යන්නනේ. all-in-one PC එක හොඳයි එක තැන තියලා තියන්න. ඉඩක් ඉතිරි වෙනවා. අර මේසෙ පිරෙන්නේ නැහැ. desktop එකක් දැම්මම මේසෙ පිරෙනවනේ. හැබැයි all-in-one එකකින් පිරෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? So that is why we are using all-in-one PCs. එතකොට ඒකේ තව පොතේ දීලා තියෙනවා මොනවාද? So other than this all-in-one PCs, other than laptops, so servers. Server means it's a different computer. It can be used to connect. Servers අපිට use කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ users ලා 100 ගානකට service එක දෙන්න. users ලා 100 ගානකට එකපාර service එක දෙන්න අපිට servers පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. Hundreds of users can log in into server and use the service. Desktop only one person can use. All-in-one computer is saving space. Laptop is easy to move from one place to another place. Notebook, what is the specialty of notebook over laptop? Notebook and laptop, what is the difference?
Notebook is smaller.
Notebook is smaller. It's having a small monitor. So what is the advantage of having small monitor? Body monitor එකක් තියෙන එක කොහොමද හොඳ වෙන්නේ?
Saving the battery.
Yeah, it's saving the battery. Battery එක අඩු වෙන්නේ. ඒකින් අපිට පැය 7ක් 8ක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් charge කරගත්තාම. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි travel කරනවා නම් අපි හිතමු පැය 7ක 8ක දුර ගමනක් අපි යනවා නම් අපිට notebook එකක් අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් screen එක පොඩි වෙන්න battery time එක වැඩි වෙනවා. මේ tablet අපිට පැය 12ක් විතර තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. smartphone දවසක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන් පැය 24ක් විතර. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ screen එක පුංචි වෙන්න අපිට ලොකු වෙලාවක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් battery එකකින්. That is the advantage. The laptop පැය 2යි නම් notebook පැය 7ක් විතර පුළුවන්. tablet පැය 12ක් විතර පුළුවන්. smartphone පැය 24ක් විතර. But so all in one ඒවා එච්චර බෑ. all in one like so. Normally we have to use UPS. Current එක ගියොත් UPS එකෙන් තමයි current එක දෙන්නේ. Desktop also the same. We have to use UPS to power, and here server also and workstation same. Difference between desktop and workstation? What is the difference between?
Workstation is powerful.
Yes, workstation is powerful. It can be used for use as server even. Server එකක් විදිහට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්, and it is a powerful one. So therefore you can do more work. Graphic designing, editing, 3D animation work. You can do a lot with workstation. Okay, these are the solutions. Now you know about the solutions. Let's move to the next part of the book. And I want to see about the. So now again, one more thing. So this is about peripherals. Peripherals are, as I said, peripheral means either input, or you can write down this in pencil, maybe closer to that. Peripheral means equal to input devices plus output devices are also peripheral, and also secondary storage. Secondary storage is also belongs to peripheral, right? Input devices, output devices, and secondary storage. These are actually connecting to the motherboard externally using a wire. These are connected to the motherboard externally using a wire. So we call peripherals. Okay then. So now we know about everything. We just want to see our performance of our computers. I would like if you can share your screen. So these specifications about the books, you can see different specification. Likewise, we compare different specification of the computer. පොත්වලත් එක එක ඒවායේ specification වෙනස්. සමහර පොත්වල දිග වෙනස්, පළල වෙනස්, පිටු ගාන වෙනස්, thickness එක වෙනස්, rule තියෙන විදිය වෙනස්. ඒ වගේ තමයි computers. එකිනෙකට වෙනස්. The processor is the main thing when you concern. So processor can be like here 4th generation i7, and processor can be like dual core to do. But Outlook, by using the Outlook, you cannot easily find that. මේක label එකක් ගහලා තිබ්බොත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැතුව නිකන් මේ processor එකක් දිහා බලලා මේක i7 මේක i5 එහෙම අපිට එකපාර කියන්න බෑ. හරි අපි සමහරට හොඳට පුරුදු නම් පුළුවන්. ඉතින් so if you have one core in the processor, සමහර processor වල තියෙන එක core එකයි. core එකක් කියන්නේ processing unit. Processor is actually a single chip. Inside that there can be multiple processing units. Similar to that, one kitchen and 2 chefs. If your house or if in a hotel there is a one kitchen and there are 2 chefs, then it is faster. If in a kitchen, if there are 4 chefs, it is even more faster. So, but there's a limitation. Like if you put 100 chefs, that can be slower, right? Right, because more cook spoils the soup. No? So in a single kitchen, if you put 100 chefs, that can be slower. But therefore, there's a limitation. But so better. So if you have 2 chefs, better than 1 chef. If you have like 4 chefs, better than 1 chef because it's faster, more variants. So similar to that, inside single processor, එක processor එකක් ඇතුලේ අර එක kitchen එකක් ඇතුලේ chef ලා ගොඩක් දාන්න පුළුවන් වගේ. එක processor එකක් ඇතුලේ processing units උත් ගොඩක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. So then we call dual core, quad core, octa core, hexa core. ඒ විදිහට අපි කියනවා. Right here. And these are different manufacturers. In my computer is Apple, but the processor is basically from Intel. You can see here. I'm using early 2015 version of Mac OS, but here this processors belong to Intel. It is dual core Intel. So it is not a big computer, a super powerful computer. It is a very poor computer because I purchased this 5 years back. So having 1600 megahertz DDR3 RAM with i5 dual core processor, dual core i5. Dual core means I have 2 processors, 2 physical cores. Okay, let's see your performance also, because then others can also understand what are they. I would like if a girl can share the screen, because girls are basically, they don't like this much, the specification, but I want to teach. Okay, Oniti, thank you. Right, the first thing is when you want to see the performance, I would like if you can just right click there in the taskbar. Right click and select the start task manager. Okay, then you can see the performance of your computer. Basically, you have here 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. So we can say that this has 4 cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. මේ කොටු 4ක් මෙතන තියෙනවනේ CPU එක ඉස්සරහින්. ඒන්න අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් මේක cores 4ක් තියෙනවා. නැත්නම් 4 දෙනෙක් විදියට අඩුම ගානේ virtual cores 4ක් තියෙනවා. කියලා අපිට ඒක හරියටම බලන්න පුළුවන්. We can check this exactly. Can you press Windows key and R key together, Puti? Windows key ekai, R key ekai ekapara press karan. Okay. Then you will get this one dialog box. Then you can type MSINFO32 and press enter. MSINFO32 and press enter. Then you can get the information about your computer. So you can see it's also sorry, I'm not well actually. Sorry for that. Okay, here you can see it is a i3. You are having i3 computer. That is the brand or the Intel processor. i3 is the brand. i3 is the processor brand that, and you can see it is having 2 cores and 4 logical processors. එතකොට course දෙකක් තියෙනවා, 4 දිනක් වගේ වැඩ කරනවා. ඒක මේ වගේ හැටියට. You have 2 chefs in the kitchen and they are working as 4 chefs. එහෙම වෙනවනේ සමහරට ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ අම්මා එහෙම කියන්නේ. මම මේ 4 දිනක විතර වැඩ කරනවා කියලා. එහෙම වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ දෙන්න ඉන්නේ. processors දෙකයි තියෙන්නේ. processor socket එකයි. socket එකේ ඉන්නවා දෙන්නෙක්. You have 2 chefs in your kitchen. They are working as 4 people. That's why you can see 4 windows. So you're having i3 and your RAM is memory capacity is 4 GB, right? You are having Windows 7 Ultimate Edition in your computer. That is about the performance in your machine. There's another thing, you can press Windows key and R key again and then type DXDIAG. 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 D for Dasun. DXDIAG. And press enter. Read this DXDIAG, press enter, and you can get another window showing the performance of your computer. You have to click yes. And so can you see the similar kind of window here showing you are using HP 15 notebook PC. This is not laptop, this is notebook having more battery power, and it is having 4 CPUs and it is i3 and it's using 4096 MB RAM is 4 GB RAM. And you can see about the display also. If you want, you can go to the display and see about the display adapter too. Your display adapter, basically it's the onboard display adapter. It's approximately using this closer to 2 GB memory. Basically, most probably it's not a separate chip, it's shared by the it's actually a portion allocated from your RAM. එහෙමත් තියෙනවා. RAM එකත් එක්ක share කරගෙන පාවිච්චි කරන එකක් තමයි මම හිතන්නේ ඔයාගේ එක තියෙන්නේ. මොකද so basically, so if there's a separate chip, you can see more details there. Okay, so let's move to some others computer now to see the specification of their computers. Okay, Litum is sharing his screen and you can see his computer. Litum, please go to the task manager. And when you access the task manager, you can see, please go to the performance tab, Litum. Performance tab. When you go to the performance tab, and this is how Windows 10 shows the performance. The Litum's computer is having basically 1 core, 1 socket, 4 cores and 8 logical processors. You can right click on the diagram Litum and change draft to the logical processors to see that change draft to logical processors. Then you can see all the 8 cores, actually the 8 logical cores. Physically you have 4 cores. Wage computer i5. Physically තියෙනවා wage core 4ක්. Again, it's like 4 chefs, but they are working as 8 chefs. 4 දෙනා 8 දෙනෙක් වගේ වැඩ කරනවා. And your memory is 16 GB. When you click on the memory, you can see it's 16 GB, and the speed of the memory is good. It is 3200, the very fast memory. You're having a good RAM, random access memory. Capacity is also high and also the fast. But this computer is basically suitable for graphic editing tasks and maybe song composing, video editing like things. If you are using this for general purpose things like maybe you can put virtual machines. For virtual machines also this computer is good because you can share, right? Okay, that is the nature. Okay, you have installed Ubuntu. Okay, you can show that also. Virtual machine means you can install another operating system inside your computer. So this is how it has done, and you can see when he has installed Ubuntu. Is it working there? I hope.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, that means ඔයාට පුළුවන් ඔයාගේ computer එකේ power එක ටිකක් හොඳ හින්දා computer එක ඇතුලේ තව පොඩි computers හදන්න. ඒකල වෙන operating systems දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. I taught you this in the beginning. Actually, we will learn in the next chapter also. ඊළඟ chapter එකේදීත් මේක ඉගෙන ගමු. කොහොමද computer එක ඇතුලේ තව ඒවා හදන්නේ, ඒ වගේම ඒකේ වෙන operating system එකක් දාන්න කියලා. Here you can see he's loading Ubuntu operating system inside the Windows 10 computer. Okay, it takes some time to load because of maybe the allocated resources are not enough. That can be a reason. Otherwise, like it will be faster than this. But anyway, let's see. This is the newest version of Ubuntu, is it?
Yes, sir.
Then also it takes some more space. You can go to the view here and change it to full screen mode. Yes. Then someone looking at your machine will see that as a Ubuntu computer. But actually this is a Windows computer, but he's using this Ubuntu operating system inside there. And you can change the display. Right, okay, it's already changed the display resolution. Okay, now we can see the full screen Ubuntu version. Right, if you are interested doing this, you can also do this. But if you have like 4 GB write RAM, this is not possible. This is possible, but the thing is your computer will struck. 4 GB වගේ තියෙනවා නම් මදි. මේක තව හොඳට ඉගෙන ගන්න නම් ඔයාලට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් 8 GB එහෙම කියලා ඒක වැඩි කරගන්න එපා. ඒක ඉගෙන ගන්න නෑ ඔයාලට මේ ඔයාලගේ ස්කූල් සිලබස් එකේ. මේවා මම මේ අමතරව කියලා දුන්න ISIN කේක් එකේ ISIN ටික මේ. අතිරේකව කියලා දුන්නේ ඒවා. ඉතින් ඔයාලා කැමති නම් කරාට කමක් නැහැ. හැබැයි මේක කරන්න අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම හොඳ RAM එකක් තියෙන එහෙම ඕන කියලා ඔඩෙන්න තව ක්‍රම තියෙනවා. cloud එකක් අරගෙන cloud එකේ හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් computers. That is another method. එතකොට ඔයාලට වියදම් යන්නේ නැහැ. වෙන computer එකක හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, so can anyone else share the screen? Now you saw 3 operating system. Mac OS you saw, Windows also you saw. Windows 10 3 නෙමෙයි 4ක් විතර දැක්කා. Windows 7 උත් අපි දැක්කා. And this is the task manager of whose computer this? Who owns this? This is another computer anyway. So I cannot remember. Let me check your name. Okay, Hirushan's machine. Okay, in Hirushan's machine you can see his machine is basically 2.1 and it's a 2 core machine. Course දෙකක් තියෙනවා දෙන්න වැඩ කරන්නේ දෙන්නෙක් විදියට. වැඩි වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ.